Welcome back to the MSU Federal Credit Union Coaches Show.
Anytime an alum of Michigan State's hockey program comes back and walks the halls of Munn Ice Arena, right away they notice the newly renovated Ron Mason Hall of History. However, it's what's underneath the concourse level that really has them wishing they could lace up their skates once more for the green and white. The $22.5 million reno has transformed one of the oldest rinks in the Big Ten into a hit with young recruits, and Adam Nightingale showed us how it's already given his program a boost this year. All right, so one of the biggest improvements and one of the biggest renovations that took place at Munn is the hydrotherapy room in here. So we're going to walk in, and Coach Nightingale, I want you to kind of just give everybody an inside look of what your guys get to experience every single day in here, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you.
What do you like the most about it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously super fortunate, the space. You know, I think a lot of times in sports you think about the great moments and celebrating wins, and you know, unfortunately injuries are a part of our game, and so this is a space, and we feel with Andy, our athletic trainer, does a great job. But yeah, it's a space where you got a hot tub here, you have a cold tub, and you have an underwater treadmill. And you know, the hot tub would be more loosening up, and maybe a guy's rehabbing and trying to get his joints, whatever the injury is. Cold tub is more of a preventative. You know, it's kind of a ritual after games or after practice. Guys will get in the cold tub and kind of flush the system. And I think the underwater treadmill, you know, I think, again, these things aren't cheap, and we've had a couple guys that have been out with injuries, and one in particular that's going to be back 2 weeks earlier because we have access to this. You know, it can. Really what it's based off is obviously with the water weight, you can reduce the percentage of your body weight that you're impacting a joint, so you can get on there. I think these jets turn on so you can swim against it, and no, it's a great space and one that we use on a daily basis.
What would you have done if you had this when you were playing here at Michigan State?
Yeah, I probably would have been hot tub, cold tub guy for sure. Yeah, I would definitely enjoyed it, and I think it gives the guys a space to be a team and be around each other, you know. And you know, we don't want it to be a lounge in here, but also sometimes when you're injured it can get lonely too, and you want to be around your teammates, and you know, to see our guys in here that can watch NHL Network or watch a game and get healthy at the same time. So
who came up with the concept to put the TVs in the walls, and how much do the guys actually watch the TVs? You
know, Dave Carrier was our longtime trainer, was big into designing this space, you know, and I think if you go into an NHL locker room, it looks very similar to this, where, you know, I think specifically when you're in the cold tub, you need to have something to keep your mind off of how cold it is, because it's really cold in there. Yeah. So the guys, they'll turn on a game or watch if basketball team's playing or football team's playing, they'll turn the game on.
Well, another great piece of the renovation is the shooting room in here. Yeah. And obviously it's getting utilized right now as we speak. So what do you like about this?
Well, I love seeing guys in here. You know, I think that there's no really, sometimes you get caught in sports, there's some secret recipe. The reality is it takes reps, and you got to work on your game. And these guys are in here all the time. They're wearing this thing out. My office is actually right above, so I get excited when I hear the puck hitting the wall. How
often then are you hearing this when you're up in your office?
It starts about 7 in the morning and until we're on the ice. I think it's really cool. Even on off days, you know, I'll come in and do some work, and I'm not asking guys to come in. You know, it's them taking responsibility for it, and they'll be down here wearing the room out.
The other thing about it too is, I mean, it is kind of loud in here, as you mentioned, but how much do you think that it helps the accuracy when they're actually on the ice and making sure that they actually do score some goals?
Yeah, no, it does. It helps big time. I think, you know, we got this sport court put down, so it's like a synthetic ice. You know, their sticks would be cut down to the same height if you took off their skate. So these are their sticks that they would, you know, they don't take these on the ice. They're a little bit shorter because once you stand in your skates, you're taller. So I think there's definitely a correlation between scoring goals and reps in here.
The Spartans' offense has been the pleasant surprise of the season so far. They're averaging a little more than 2 goals a game than they were during the 2021-2022 campaign. Not to mention their 3.63 goals a game are 8th nationally. All right, we still have so much more to show you, and when we come back, you're going to get an inside look at the new locker room as well as the fueling station.